everybody. It is August 18th. It's actually the night that our first intern show drops, so if you haven't checked that out, go check it out. But thank you to everyone that has watched it. Hayden and I were out here playing what we call bow darts. We got the spotting scope hooked up so that we can get direct replay of what we hit and so that we can keep score. So let's get right into it.
Back right before you shoot. Well, I closed the bowl, Isaac closed the bowl. Andy got a 16, so I'm down to start. But love playing darts. Bow darts is that much better when you're playing cricket. Can't beat it. Here's our, maybe 150 pound bear, maybe. Comes in, sniffs around. Oh, what's in here? Paws at it. He's looking for the donuts, but we didn't give him any donuts this time, so he's pissed. Sits down, yep, sniffing the air. Rolls the stump, dumps all the granola and molasses on the ground, rolls it out, and walks away. Give it about 30 minutes, there's gonna be probably 15 to 20 raccoons at the bait site. August 21st today. Mike actually just scored this permission farm yesterday or the day before, one of the two. But we're out here today filming them, and it's pretty sweet to learn a new piece. This is one of mine and Isaac's favorite things to do is kind of just, I don't know, get a new piece of ground and kind of learn it. It's cool to see where he's putting his cameras and, where he's probably going to hang his tree stands, but he said this year will be probably more of a learning year for him, which is totally understandable. But I'm going to keep bouncing around following him, get a bunch of cool content, and see where it takes us. It's the morning of August 23rd today. Isaac and myself are back at the range today, and it's the first time we're gonna be shooting out of these grit saddles. Getting up here wasn't the easiest. We picked a really big tree, and honestly, it's probably for the better to start off with something a little bit more difficult, because that's gonna make the smaller trees that much easier to get into, but pretty pumped to be slinging some arrows out of this thing.
Alright, well, this is my first time now up to shoot. Definitely not nearly as confident up here as Hayden is. You guys can't probably see this, but I'm shaking pretty good. So we'll see where this first arrow ends up. We're gonna shoot at the 20-yard target and hope I hit it.
Where'd it go?
A little bit high. So far, Hayden and I have definitely gotten a lot more confident shooting out of the saddles. Me personally, I was not very confident at all getting up there the first time. Second time, I definitely got a lot more confident. Then Hayden worked on some new stuff too with his shot form, which was sweet to see how much his groups got smaller. But we're really excited. He's got a bear hunt coming up in about 2 weeks, so that's what we're gonna kind of move into next, is getting him ready for his bear hunt with broadhead tuning and all that. But that's for another day. We're gonna get back to the office, get some photos edited from today, and also get the videos and some shorts put up so that we can also show those to you guys.
September 3rd here today. Isaac just rolled into town. It's a good thing he did because I was getting real lonely sitting at the cabin, but just rolled out to this second bait site that I put out a couple of days ago, and it hasn't been hit yet other than coons and a couple of deer coming in. But I was kind of just explaining to Isaac, I got this one tree over here prepped, and I was kind of getting his opinion. You know, it's going to be close quarters either way. They might just kind of show up out of nowhere. There's not a doubt in my mind that this bait isn't going to get hit at some point. It's just a matter of when. And with that other one being as hot as it is, we're probably going to primarily hunt over there until this one starts getting hit. But figured we'd come back in here today and kind of fresh the scent up and make any minor adjustments if we need to. But I think we're going to be good there. So we're just going to get some scent on this pile and scoot out of here. Well, decided to climb up one of these trees right outside of the cabin, make sure everything's all tuned in. Isaac mentioned the fact that we're less than 24 hours away and I am just jacked up like no other. I mean, I'm trying to picture the shot as best as I can and picture that bear coming in and my heart rate's just going like crazy, so hopefully we can calm the nerves a little bit. I doubt I'm going to sleep much tonight, but gonna fling a few more darts here and climb down, eat a little supper, try and get some sleep. Alright, well, it's September 4th here today. Bear season is officially open. And I'm freaking pumped. We got in here this morning, we slipped in with my Uncle Joe who's been baiting for me, and scurried up the tree as he was setting the bait. We've been in here for probably, 20-25 minutes now. We're sitting a spot that I call the hill. This is the OG bait site. I've only really ran one bait site this year, and there's been a ton of daylight bears in here. We're hoping that stays consistent and we get one to come in. There's one really big one in here that I'm calling Gordo because he is just one big son of a gun. But he's smart and he stays pretty nocturnal. But we're gonna sit in here for a few hours this morning. Enjoy a beautiful morning in the North Woods. Oh, it's going on about 10:30 right now. The movement has subdued here in the woods, but we're planning on getting down. We're gonna go grab a bite. Got a couple of things we gotta take care of at the cabin, and then we'll be right back here tonight. Ready for war. Well, it's currently 6:22. It's gonna be a pins and needles kind of night the rest of the night. Good news is, and the bad news is, been waiting on this beaver pond bait that we set up on Saturday to get hit. The bad thing is it got hit. And it's a good one that's over there currently right now, sitting there munching away. I knew coming into this hunt that it was going to be just a chess match.
And that's what it's gonna be, but I wouldn't have it any other way. We'll see what happens here the rest of the night. Well, it's September 5th. Afternoon sit. This morning was pretty much a wash. Other than the baker's dozen worth of squirrels that we had running around the base of the tree, we didn't see really anything. Decided to climb down, run to town, grab a few things, come back. Went over to the beaver pond and rebaited that. And wouldn't you know, 3 hours later, we had a bear on it in daylight. I know what you guys are thinking, why the heck aren't you sitting in a beaver pond right now? The only thing I can come up with is the big one that I'm calling Gordo. He hasn't hit in like 3 days. Pretty much every time that he has hit this bait, he's come in on a northwest wind or some kind of northerly wind. And that's what we've got here tonight, folks. Northwest. I don't know, I got a hunch he's due.
Alright, well, this morning Hayden and I decided that we weren't going to go out hunting, just for the fact that we haven't had any bears hitting the baits in the morning. But we are going to try out a different spot. We're going to go to the beaver pond set tonight. But while we're waiting for Joe to show up so we can go in and bait, we're going to play a little darts since we're taking a break from our editing.
I just beat Isaac in darts. Ever since this morning, my nerves have been at an all-time high. I feel really good about tonight. Got a little under an hour, or a little over an hour before Joe's gonna get here. I don't know what it is, but I got a feeling about tonight. We'll see. It's game time.
It's game time.
Huh?
It's game time.
Just slipped into the beaver pond. We're sitting in this spot for the first time. Been nervous all day ever since we made the game decision to come in here. We got a north wind that's blowing back towards the road. It's perfect. I mean, everything feels right. Bluebird skies. We had rain earlier this morning, and it kind of brought cold air. It's sitting right around 65 degrees. This bait site's set up at 9.2 yards from us, so it's gonna be real tight. But we're gonna sit in here the rest of the day, see what happens. somebody. It sounded like he was dying. Dude, holy crap. I mean, you want to talk about a rush. Oh my gosh, I'm shook up right now. Holy crap. Dude, that scared the piss out of me. I thought you were joking with me. I looked that way and I was just looking off in the distance. Next thing you know, you're like, bear, bear, bear. And I turn and look, and that sucker's at 9 yards on the bait. All three of these are going to.
How's it going?
I got you on speakerphone, Dad. I just freaking hammered one.
Did you really? Awesome.
9 freaking yards. 9 yards.
Was it the same one you think last night?
I don't know. He looked bigger.
Okay.
This is a freaking rush. Like, no, I'm telling you, I can't even freaking talk right now. I shot him probably like 4 minutes ago. He tore off like a bat out of hell. And we heard him crashing, and then he started moaning.
Oh, you're in good shape then.
I'm gonna send you a picture. Holy crap, I'm shaking so bad. So I'm gonna send you a
I'm
picture.
happy for you.
Appreciate it. I'm gonna start making phone calls. But
Alright, we'll talk to you soon.
alright, sounds good. Bye.
Alright.
Dude, I've never been that shook up before. He's dead.
Woot woot.
All right, well, it's the morning after. Going into this bear hunt, I pretty much had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I still don't really know what I'm doing. There's a certain amount of luck that goes into this kind of stuff, and some things are just meant to be. We were sitting there yesterday. We got in at about 1:30, knew that this bear was our best chance. It daylighted the previous 2 days on this beaver pond spot that we set up on Saturday. About 15 minutes left of light, and we're both just on pins and needles because the wind was dying off, everything was getting good. And I turned and looked to the north and was staring off that way, and Isaac starts going, Hayden, 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 bear, bear, bear. And I turn and look over my shoulder, and this thing was standing there at 9 yards, right over the bait. A couple of people I want to thank. For sure, my Uncle Joe for baiting for me, my Uncle John, my Aunt Lori for housing the bait for me, helping me track, my cousin Shane and Stephanie for helping to track, Isaac for behind the camera, he did a heck of a job, and Brennan and Mike and Ross with the breaking point. Without them, I wouldn't be sitting behind this bear. You know, this is an experience I will never forget, and I couldn't be happier with her.